I guess the embassy's phones are more like normal phones, huh?
I guess the embassy phone's more like normal phones, huh?
What did you imagine them to look like?
I thought the bell would be like a flower and the sea would be a butterfly. That way it looked like a butterfly receiver wasn't sucking nectar from the phone base.
If any country had a flower phone, it'd be the Arbalast, wouldn't you think?
Maybe the phone I envisioned would have been from there with Cadothia?
There's really no point in asking me about something that never existed in the first place.
You know what you like, Mr. Edgeworth? Curiosity and imagination.
There's only one book left standing here. Treasures of the World.
Well, let me see that. Uh-huh. I see. Ah! The most important part was blackened by the fire. Why, Crawfade, why?
It looks like the map of where the treasures are located has been burnt. It looks like a bunch of flyers with coupons attached to them.
Well, that sure gives away a lot of different coupons. Maybe I should create one of my own. I call it the Great Thief Coupon.
And what kind of discount would that net you?
The 5 finger... The 5 finger kind, what else? I'd steal an extra thing or two for the bearer.
Things such as...
The truth. What else would I steal?
What I wouldn't give to have a mountain of your coupons right now. Manny Cochin. His name is written here on the nameplate.
Why'd you put your nameplate with your plate on in your own office?
To inform people in case they walked in the wrong room by mistake.
Think maybe it's also there to remind you of your own name if you forget?
Well, either way, it's never a bad thing to set a nameplate on one's desk. It would appear this desk also fell victim to the fire.
Doesn't look too damaged. I think we can rifle through this drawer a bit.
I suppose you really should take a look. Seems the contents of this drawer survived the fire really well.
That's a sturdy desk. I suggest it's the value of the solid wood construction. Let's see if there's anything useful in here, Mr. Edgeworth.
That notepad looks familiar. This is a rather unusual shape for a notepad.
I suppose it must be another souvenir from somewhere.
Eureka! The shape of this notepad matches the shape of this note we found.
You're right. What is it? Looks like something stranded on Monument Valley. Ah yes, the notepad's a souvenir from somewhere in your country. We've been collecting them for the purpose of studying them, you see.
Yes, I do. You seem quite passionate about it.
Oh, would you like to see my souvenir collection? I'd love to show it to you.
Are you sure they haven't been burnt to a crisp by the fires? Ambassador Paleno. I wonder if you might recognize the handwriting on this note. This looks like Manny's handwriting. I see. Well, in that case...
Did you figure something out?
This note was found in Alvast. Specifically, it was found firmly grasped by the murdered Damask II.
Damask II? Then this note...
It was a request from Mr. Koshin for Damask II to steal the Primadou statue.
What? Manny tried to steal Abalast's Primadou statue?
We would know for sure if we could run a handwriting analysis. Ambassador, do Do you have any documents that were handwritten by Mr. Koshin?
I can gather a few and give them to you.
I'll have to ask Detective Gumshoe later to run the analysis.
Can't believe that Manny would even think of doing something like this.
Do you have any idea as to why he would have requested the theft of the statue?
There's one possibility, but mind you, it's just my personal speculation.
Anything you can tell me would be a great help, Ambassador. I believe you said you might have an idea as to why Mr. Koshin hired Damask II.
Actually, I fear it may be my fault. As I was telling you earlier, we were to determine which statue was the real one as part of today's event. Because the Yatagaratsu and the fire here got cancelled, didn't it? I'm actually relieved the rest of the event has been cancelled. For you see, Babal's statue is a replica.
And did Mr. Koshin know about Babal's Providu statue?
Of course he knew. That's why he was the only person I could consult with. We'd have to do something once our statue was revealed as a replica. As to be expected, I'm very nervous today. This would impact our country's authority.
Yes, I understand.
When I told Manny my concerns, he said, "Let me handle it, it'll be alright. I'll find a way to make sure you're the ambassador of the reunited Godofia." At the time, I thought he was just trying to cheer me up. When I saw the note, I realized he was serious.
Mr. Koshin conducted a lot of business behind your back. I assume he did all that to ensure that you're the next Kodofian ambassador.
But why was he trying so hard, I wonder? He was so much better at getting things done than I ever was or will be.
I don't have an answer yet as to what he was trying so hard, but I suspect he had an ulterior motive in just beyond simple kindness. I reckon he was trying to set him up. There you are, Mr. Edgeworth. Detective Gumshoe.
Itchy eye, can't see at the minute, fuck.
Detective Gumshoe, have you collected the information I requested?
Yep, got it all right here, sir.
There you are, Kay. Feel free to take a look. It's for you after all.
What is this, Gummy?
It's all the information in this room I got from the embassy and Interpol people. Now I know exactly how the room was before and after the fire. Good work, Detective. It was nothing, sir. I'm an expert at getting people to talk.
Wow, you two remind me so much of my father and Uncle Bad.
What do you mean?
As prosecutor and detective, your dynamic is just like theirs back in the day. Don't you worry, I'm going to find my own wonderful partner someday. When I do, I'm going to become a good Yatagaratsu just like my father, right?
Please don't ask me questions to which I have no answers, Kay. However, I can say it's truly a wonderful thing to find a partner you can trust.
You bet. So what now, Mr. Edgeworth?
Well, I'd like to ask you for a favour.
Yeah?
That gadget. Mr. Thief, is it? The thing you call your secret weapon?
Oh, Little Thief. You're coming to rely on it, aren't you?
I don't need a crutch like that. I'm only asking because I need it for the investigation. From the information Detective Gumshoe gathered and the ambassador's testimony, I'd like you to please recreate the room as it was during the third floor fire.
You got it. Here we go. Dark skies of evening, when no other bird dares take wing. One alone remains all-seeing. Now witness the true power of a real modern-day Robin Hood.
It seems as other things beside what the ambassador mentioned have changed. It's possible we might find the escape route the person Kay saw used as well.
Oh, what's this? Some sort of light show I was not told about? It's the power of a true vigilante. recreating the room with the info I inputted. Really? There's certainly one interesting device you have there, Miss Faraday.
Ahem. I believe it's about time to return to the investigation. Shard remains of a fallen ceiling fan.
I've seen a few of those before. They spin around and around and play music.
I believe you're thinking of a musical mobile for babies.
That's it.
They're nothing alike.
They're totally alike. Just spin those babies right round like a record.
I see. I guess I can see how you might think that. Looks like one of the Babylones knives was already missing before the fire began. So it would seem, especially since the other two knives handles were burned away.
The remaining handle was swapped out with the handle from the real murder weapon. And Babal's national treasure was stolen. Poor Babal, don't you think?
I'm not sure I'd lump the replica statue in with the rest of Babal's woes. It looks like all the souvenirs suffered some damage from the fire.
I don't believe it. Murder on top of arson will disgrace the name of Yatagaratsu.
The fake Yatagaratsu is guilty of much more than just theft, it seems.
I know, because if it were me, my first priority would have been to loot this bookshelf.
You would steal ordinary souvenirs you can buy virtually anywhere?
You can't buy them anywhere. Each one's specific to a location and had its own value. Items like these memories have attached to them are most valuable of all.
But could you really rob someone of their valuable memories just like that?
No. Even if I take the souvenir, I can't take the owner's memory.
This must have been the large green flames Ambassador Paleno saw.
With flames like these, I wonder he couldn't get in.
Okay, by the time you came into this room, had the fire already been put out?
Yeah, the fire died out or something by that time.
Then this fire was here only burned from the time the fire started on the 3rd floor until the Yatagaratsu appeared and caused a stir in Babal, I suppose.
I guess Mr. Paleno was really lucky enough to just run into this fire as it was burning, huh?
You could put it that way. And since you were the first to discover the body, we can assume no one else entered the room until that time. No one other than the person you were chasing, of course.
I knew it. That person I saw was definitely up to no good. I mean, that person could even be Mr. Koshin's killer.
That's very likely to be the case. After all, that person came to this room before you, and must have chosen this room precisely because they knew no one would be in here.
Maybe the green fire was where it was to prevent anyone from coming in. But then, what did the person set fire to make the green flames?
Whatever is the person burned, it was rather a sizable fire.
Since the fire's green, we've seen something that burns green, right? It's a bit tinier than these flames, but you get what I mean.
Yes, and I do believe what you're thinking is exactly why these flames are green. Which fire-related piece of evidence burns the same colour as these green flames?
Take that!
This silhouette lantern. Its green flame comes from the wheat crystal oil it's burning.
That's the fire I was thinking of too. I love the green it gives off.
I think we've now established the green flames were caused by wheat crystal oil. Furthermore, we know there's only one other thing made from wheat crystal oil.
You mean the thing Mr. Plano was mistaken about, right?
Precisely, as we found out earlier in our investigation. What? I don't get it. Can you fill me in, sir? Oh, I suppose I'll explain in a way even you can understand. This is the thing made from wheat crystal oil that Ambassador Paleno was mistaken about.
Take that!
Babylone's ink is made from wheat crystal oil. Oh, so it can burn the same colour as the flames in the lantern, right? Precisely. However, the green flames in this room were not from a bottle of ink.
Because we found the ink Mr. Koshin used on his desk, right?
Yes, however, we know Mr. Koshin was smuggling the ink in massive quantities. Now what do you suppose he made using all that ink? I believe what he made with that ink is the answer to what gave birth to the green flames.
I'm beginning to really feel the urge coming for you, Mr. Edgeworth.
It would appear I finally found it. The smuggling ring's real goal. The counterfeit money.
Take that!
What would consume that great of a volume of ink to make? That would be the counterfeit bills and the smuggling ring made and that are circulating in Zenfar.
You're kidding. You're saying it's Mr. Koshin who made the counterfeit bills?
I am. I believe you could even go so far to say as he stole Babal's printing press. Ambassador, Mr. Koshin had permission to freely use the printing press, correct?
Why, yes, I do remember seeing him use it in the middle of the night. I never did think he was using it for such a foul deed.
Ambassador, because of your secretary's crimes, you'll need to be investigated as well.
Yes, I suppose so. We've caused quite a bit of trouble for a few countries, haven't we?
It's my duty to search out all who shielded Mr. Koshin and concealed his crime, for they are the ones who started the fire in order to destroy the evidence. This grandfather clock was apparently in a different position before the fire. According to staff members, the clock was flush against the wall before the According to staff members, the clock was flush against the wall before the fire, sir. Which means most likely it was moved by someone during the fire.
Speaking of which, it's totally 11 o'clock right now, but I don't hear any chiming.
That's odd. It was still chiming right on the dot of every hour this morning. Maybe the fire damaged the mechanisms or something. Ambassador Paleno, maybe take a look inside the clock.
Go right on ahead.
Detective Gumshoe, if you could please inspect the insides of the clock. Yes, sir. I'm on it. Mr. Edgeworth, I found this inside, sir. It looks like a length of wire. Is this what caused the clock to stop chiming? But what was a long length of wire doing inside the clock in the first place? I've got a good idea what it could have been for. Oh, why would someone do this to such a valuable clock?
Sounds like it wasn't Mr. Paleo who put the wire in there.
Perhaps it was Mr. Koshin's killer who did.
Can you tell us the inside wasn't burnt right? That's to say, as far as this is the smuggling evidence was preserved. Our safe's great. Come on.
So Babal's really into pushing the tourism industry, huh?
Babal's really into pushing the tourist industry, huh?
Yes, it would appear that way.
You know, I'd really like to take a trip. Where are we going one after this case?
Do you already have a destination in mind?
Well, I did. I'd like to go to some place where I can continue my thief training.
If you want to learn the fine art of stealth, perhaps you should visit the studio where they make the Jamming Ninja TV show.
That's actually a really great idea, Mr. Edgeworth.
I can't believe she took me seriously. Fireplace, sir. Babal's officers have them too.
Yes, we've read this. Come on.
You can see the Abastian embassy through this window.
While you were investigating over there, Mr. We've read this before as well. What the fuck?
Looks like a very comfortable chair.
It doesn't look like that broken. Why don't you try sitting in it?
I'd better not. It's very important we preserve the crime scene at all times.
You're always touching on such a thing as crime scenes.
That's because I'm a prosecutor and it's part of my job to examine things.
My job's to be a great thief.
Which is exactly why you're not allowed to touch anything. Kay was saying the comfortable line, wasn't she?
Oh no, wait, I did get it right.
It appears the desk is largely unchanged from before the fire.
It's got a little burnt, that's all.
It's a very fine desk. I'm sure even now it's still usable.
If it's that great, why don't you trade your desk with it?
No.
Just a suggestion, you didn't have to get all mono-symbolic on me, you know. By the time the Primadou statue has already been swapped, right?
They must have been. This one is covered in soot.
Lousy timing. And just the two countries were going to become friends again, too. Wouldn't better if I'd stolen it than for it to get caught in the fire.
Okay, I think I understand your sentiment.
However, if you were to engage in theft, I can't look the other way, right?
If you could please stop stealing my lines. Not looked at the puzzles in a while. Those aren't connected. Detective, you took part in the initial Papal investigation, correct? Yep, sure did. Also put out Parpo fires, sir. That first fire took me by surprise. I had a tough time escaping the 5th floor. Third, I tried the elevator, but I guess someone had the same idea because it was in use. If I hadn't remembered to use the stairs at that point, I'd have been burnt to a crisp. Wait, that's odd. We always warn our staff in case of fire. It's dangerous to use the elevator. That's what I was thinking. Oh?
Maybe someone wrote it in a fit of panic?
Detective, did you see the Yatagarasu that came into the Parbalese embassy at all? I didn't personally, and the other staff members told me they never got a good look at the person either, sir. I wonder if you could tell me a bit more about what you discovered, Detective. The same fire broke out around the time the Yatagarasu was spotted in Albast. That's also when a suspicious person was spotted in Babal, which caused some panic. No one was able to get a good look at this Yatagarasu that entered Babal. Yeah, all they saw was a mysterious person wearing a long coat. That's not enough to make a positive ID, you know. Still, it was enough to make people who received the calling card panic even more.
A person in a long coat? Sounds like the exact same person I saw.
The Yatagarasu that appeared in Albas was proved to be just a fabrication, a shadow. In light of that fact, the Yatagarasu that appeared in Babal is also a suspect.
You can't be serious. No one were this close to capturing the fake. I mean, Callisto, you.
So the Yatagarasu appeared, caused mass confusion, killed Mr. Kochin, and disappeared. By the way, Detective, why did you not chase after the Yatagarasu? I did, but, well, this embassy's huge, sir. I got separated from the other staff members I was with and was lost for a while there. You didn't even memorize the layout of the building where you were to guard, Detective? I'll be sure to do that from now on, sir. Excuse me. You know, it was thanks to me being lost I was able to come to Kay's rescue. Oh, is that a fact? Yeah, it's when I was lost and wandering around the 3rd floor hallway, sir. I heard a scream, headed towards the right way.
That's probably from when I found Mr. Koshin's body.
Yeah, I thought it sounded like her. I got real worried and ran as fast as I could.
Thanks to Gammy that Miss Sheena wasn't able to take me away. He covered for me till you got here, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, I see. So it can be useful once in a blue moon. Still, it's too bad that Agent Sheena got here before I did. I wonder where Agent Sheena was before you found her here. Just before I got in this room, I saw her coming out the room next door. Agent Shino mentioned something about chasing the Yatagarasu herself earlier. She apparently helped in putting out the first fire. During the second fire, I heard she was busy chasing the Yatagarasu. She seems to be a very dedicated agent. You do well to learn from her. Why are you pointing at me when you say that, sir? We've examined everything in this office, but there's one thing that bothers me. Perhaps I should ask Ambassador Polino about it. Ambassador Polino, there's something I'd like to ask you about. Yes? About this office. It appears to me to be very similar to Ambassador Alba's office. For example, the location of the fireplace and the position of the grandfather clock.
Well, that's right. You also paid a visit to the Albastian side of the embassy. Our two embassies basically used to be one.
Yes, I know. Even the pamphlet mentioned that.
Which is why the building is bilaterally symmetrical. So no matter which room, the location of the fireplace and the like are exactly the same. Even where the art is located is the same, as my room is currently under renovation. We worked hard to make Manny's room look like the ambassador's office. You mean for your handshake photo op with the jamming ninja? Yes, that's right. I mean, what's a photo like that worth if you're not taking it in the ambassador's office, right?
Yet another odd expression of Babal's obsessively competitive spirit with Albast, I take it. Thank you, Ambassador. That piece of information is all I need to connect the dots.
Connect what dots? Anyway, I'm glad I was able to be of some help. Really now.
The Alabastian and Barbalay sides of the building are symmetrical to each other. As we know that to be a fact, then this room's fireplace may also hide a secret passageway.
Ah, secret passageway?
In Albast, the fireplace turned out to have a revolving back wall.
Revolving wall? Sounds like something out of a ninja house.
Wow, there's a trick like that built into the fireplace, sir.
What? This embassy holds that kind of secret?
There seems to be a lot about this room we don't know about, Ambassador.
Well, I guess it's time to pay the bill for letting Manny do so much work for me. Please, I really want to know about the real Manny and what you know about this room. What are you waiting for, Mr. Edgeworth? Let's get to the bottom of this.
Agreed. My first thought, it's likely the killer used the revolving fireplace.
It looks like there's another fireplace though, doesn't it? How do you turn it again?
In Albast, I had to push where the X was on the far wall of the fireplace.
I see an X back there, sir. Let's see what happens when I push it.
Hold it!
Ah, you scared me, sir. There's something about this fireplace that lies in contradiction to the facts.
We found an X where you thought there'd be one, right?
We did, but that's not what I'm referring to. Something's missing from this scene. What does this contradiction mean for us? If we push this X mark, the fireplace wall should turn.
Oh, implant face wall. That's neat, sir. We should hurry up and...
Wait, Detective, there's something we need to examine about this first. Besides which, there's also something I'd like to test.
Like what, sir?
I'll tell you later, Detective. For now, let's continue with the investigation. All I see inside the fireplace is starting wood.
That's odd. It doesn't match up with what Mr. Plano said earlier.
What's the meaning of this contradiction? Ambassador Polino, you said you burned some old files in the fireplace today, correct?
I burned quite a few files this morning, in fact.
And after you did, you forgot to clean out the ashes from the fireplace, correct?
That's right, but why are you asking, and why are you making such a scary face?
I'm sorry to admit I'm a bit intimidating when I'm serious. In any case, take a good look at the fireplace and tell me what you find odd about it.
Huh? Damn yawning. Where'd all the ashes go? What's the meaning of this, Mr. Edgeworth?
You don't really think Ambassador Polino's lying, do you? No, there's no reason for him to lie. I don't believe his testimony's wrong either. It's the fireplace that's causing the contradiction. Okay, I wonder if you might update the fireplace data for me.
You got it. I'll add the ashes from the burnt files and... Sounds like you pretty much got it figured everything out now, huh?
But it was nothing. All I did was follow where our leads led us.
Oh, I sense it coming on. You're about to dazzle us again, right?
Oh, you mean that? It's what Mr. Edgeworth is known for, you know. There's really no need for you two to dance around the name of what I'm about to do. The ashes Ambassador Polino left here have disappeared. If we to follow this piece of information lead, we should begin to see the truth.
Don't use a secret weapon, right?
Go on, sir, use your special skill. I'll ignore the strange phrasing for now and focus on the information we have instead. Just a little further, I can sense the truth lying just beyond the other side of this. The reason as to why the ashes are missing is simple.
Not because someone cleaned them up, right?
No, because even if someone did sweep them up, the fireplace is too clean for that. Ambassador Polino said he spilled some Balassi ink while he was burning the files, and yet there's not a trace of the spilled ink on the back wall anywhere.
Then I don't know what happened.
Well, I'll tell you what happened. The two sides were switched. By using the revolving fireplace wall, the ashes were moved into the neighbouring room, which means that this is a clear indication of the fireplace was used.
You mean the person I was chasing disappeared from this room through there?
Yes, I believe the person you were in pursuit of is Mr. Koshin's killer, and after committing the murder, escaped through the fireplace.
Wow, Mr. Edgeworth, you figured out the killer's escape route.
I have, but this is only the beginning. Now we have to chase the killer down. If the killer used the fireplace in this room to escape into the next, it's only logical for us to talk with the person who was in the neighbouring room. The person who was in the room next was... It's that person, sir. Yes, Detective. Agent Sheena.
It's looking more and more like Miss Sheena's the killer, isn't it?
Let's not jump to conclusions yet. We need to go through what we know so far. She came running straight into this room from the next one and instantly accused you. Furthermore, she claimed it could only have been you that killed Mr. Koshin. I don't have any proof yet, however, I know she's hiding something from us.
Why don't we go ask Miss Sheena herself?
Not yet. There's something that needs to be done first. Detective Gumshoe. Sir, is it my turn to do something, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, I have a 2-part special assignment for you. First, I need you to run a handwriting analysis on the Mask 2's note. I'll get the lab boys on it right away. Second, I want you to see if you can fit through the revolving fireplace wall. Right now, sir? No, next decade. Of course, now! We need to test our hypothesis first, don't we?
Go on, Gammy, you can do it.
Alright, I'm going to do this like a real man. Here I go, through the fireplace and back. You shouldn't need to psych yourself up that much for such a simple test, Detective. Wow, the wall inside the fireplace really did turn.
That's so neat. I'm gonna try going through too.
There is a secret passageway through here. I had no idea. It would appear the ash was really pushed into the other room. Furthermore, the Barbalese ink you spilled, Ambassador, is there on the back wall. Okay, here I go, sir. Detective, I'd like you to go through here under the same conditions as the killer. Eh? But that's all that ash and stuff. Your point is? We're short on time, so if you could please hurry on through. Yes, sir.
Okay, we pretty much have the whole picture now, right?
Not yet. There remains a few more mysteries to solve, such as the Yangalatsu's whereabouts and the other smuggling ring members. The 2 weapons that made it across the border, the key misused 7 years ago. In fact, we haven't even figured out a thing regarding how misused and related to these embassies.
Mr. Edgeworth.
A number of these pieces connect in a very complicated way in this case. It's almost enough to make one completely mentally exhausted. Tell me about it.
What are you saying, Mr. Edgeworth? I thought you were the one who said it's easy if you follow the leads.
Was that supposed to be an impression of me, Kay?
If it's info gathering you need, Gummy and I can help with that. All you have to do is show off your fancy smashy logical deductions.
Show off? Does it seem like I'm being boastful when I do that?
Let's not overcomplicate matters, okay, Mr. Edgeworth? We've been so focused like a laser on only what seems strange and out of place. It's no wonder nothing's clicked when we haven't unlocked anything yet. If you think things through calmly, the answer should come to us.
Okay.
That's the sort of thing I say to myself when I'm practicing how to unlock padlocks, you know.
That's something I hope practice doesn't make perfect for your sake.
Yay! Looks like you're back to your straight-laced self again.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm back, sir. Yes, I can see that. Good work, Detective. Looks like you can use the fireplace like a door, sir.
Are you alright, Gummy?
I'm okay. There's a bit of ash and dust, that's all. Your jacket's gone quite filthy. I see the hand's practically turned black. Well, quite a bit of the unburned ink got on it, sir. I see. Thank you, Detective. You did a fine job. I'll even pay the cleaning bill for the trench coat. What? Oh no, sir, I could never. It's just my old coat, sir. If it was a coat I actually cared about, I'd get it clean, but, you know. I see. Very well then, as you wish.
Because Gummy was able to climb through the fireplace, we know it can be used, right?
Yes, but that's not all we learned. We actually learned one other important fact.
That is?
I'll have to explain it to you later. Right now, we need to deal with the handwriting analysis. Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir. I'll be back before you know it. The handwriting analysis of Mr. Koshin's handwriting will take a bit of time. Let's go and wait in the theatre of Neutralis along with Agent Lang and Agent Sheena.